Well, Kris, Colorado tomorrow, I know you haven't faced them personally, but I'm sure you've watched them quite a bit. What are your thoughts on them, and what do you feel your team needs to do to be successful?
High, powerful team, a lot of offense, a lot of skilled players, a lot of guys who can skate, play a very fast game, not only individuals, but as a team collectively. And for us to have success, we're going to have to skate. We're going to have to be playing fast and playing with that same tempo as they usually do.
You're going to play them a few times here down the stretch. Obviously they're one of the better teams in the NHL. Do you kind of like that in terms of just kind of being tested, I guess, going into the playoffs?
I think we're tested every night, and the measuring stick is how you play against other top teams. But I think even teams that are below us in the standings, we always get other teams' best games, and we're not the only team around the league that feels that way. But when the opposition comes in and sees Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl, and the players that we have on our team, very rarely do we get their B performance. And for us, it's a good measuring stick to play against Colorado, good hockey team, and I anticipate it's going to be an exciting game.
What, if anything, besides puck luck, was the difference between the first power play unit going 6 games without scoring and then getting 3 goals in 2 periods against the Capitals?
Well, I think definitely a lot of puck luck. Before that, previously, I don't know how many goal posts there were, during that 0 for 17 stretch or whatever it was. I can recall 4 or 5 goal posts, and if that goes in, then we're thinking, geez, we're really good there. But I also think the level of execution was up a little bit. I think they're really dialed in, and I know, and most teams are a little bit better, sharper at home. Just you've got a lot of factors, but one, playing in front of your fans, and you feel more comfortable. And I think they were also dialed in a little bit more than they were previously, and that made a little bit the difference.
Kris, go ahead, Gene.
I was just going to say, I know you've talked about like the team facing Crosby and Ovechkin, and tomorrow you've got McKinnon versus McDavid. I know it's Oilers versus Avalanche, but is there, I don't know, as a coach, do you get a chance to sort of enjoy that at all as a fan, or you're just worried about trying to stop McKinnon and the Avs?
As a fan, it's exciting seeing 2 of the best players go head-to-head. McKinnon leading the NHL in scoring, and you've got McDavid, who's been in that position many times. But as a coach, obviously that's my first priority, is looking at it from that aspect. We have to think about ways to limit his opportunities, and whether that's matchups or a system thing. But if we're going to have success, we need to limit the amount of opportunities he has, and we're not going to shut him down completely. He's going to get chances just because he is a really good hockey player, and he'll be able to do that. But as a team collectively, we have to make sure that we're playing well defensively when he's on the ice.
Does it come down to their power play is great and your power play is great, and whichever team kills the penalties the best?
I think that's the case almost every game. It's usually a 1-goal game, and typically it's a 3-2 game. Typically if you can score 3 goals, it's enough to win, and if you prevent 2, it's enough to win also. And usually the difference is the special teams having 1 more power play goal than the opposition. That's usually the marker, and tomorrow it's going to probably be the same story.
You guys have bounced back from back-to-back losses with back-to-back wins in convincing fashion. That's been a common theme for this team throughout this season. What are some of the highlights of your guys' process in terms of getting back to baseline and getting back to the way you guys want to play that you can share with us?
Well, first and foremost, I think it was very important for us to, get over that long road trip. And there's a lot of travel and a lot of cities, and it does take a toll on the guys. And I think with us being at home for a little while, we can recharge our batteries and feel refreshed and play at our best. And if you're a little bit tired, obviously you have to fight through that, but it does have an effect on your overall game. And I think the biggest thing is also playing at home. I think everyone feels comfortable here, and we play our best, and I hope that we can play that way tomorrow night.
That being said, with the home ice, Kris, the Central teams, you won't face any of them in the top 3 anyway until the 3rd round if you get there. But the home ice advantage could be pretty crucial. Do you look at this to down the stretch here, the importance of these games, and to give yourself the best chance to finish as high as you can in the West?
It'd be great to finish really high, but there's a lot of what ifs, and you don't know who you're going to play in what situation, and ultimately you just got to take care of your day, whatever's happening that day. And I think the most important thing for our team right now is playing the best hockey possible, and if we're doing that, we're winning games, and it gives us that home ice advantage down the road. But just to say that we need to win this game because we might be playing them, so this is 2 points that might be the difference. Of I think that's just too big picture, and I don't think it's. I think it's just more distracting.
As we go down the stretch, because when you get into the playoffs, it's very different, right? You're facing the same team for a whole series, and matchups become crucial. Are you a guy that looks, will you be looking for more specific matchups maybe down the stretch than you would have early in the season?
Down the stretch, yeah. I think most important for me is just getting, I think I'm pretty comfortable with our team. I know what our players can provide, but a lot of these teams I haven't seen yet, even once. I don't really have a good feel of what the coach is going to do, who he's going to put out for a certain situation, offensive zone face-off, who comes out after a power play, all those little details. But as you spend more time in the league, more games against other teams that you see, the more familiar, and then you have an idea what they're going to do, which allows me to make decisions on what I want to do. So right now, I think it's really important to me getting as much information as I can. So if we do have them in a playoff series, that helps me down the road.
What have you thought of Warren Fogel's game here the last few games, especially since he's been put online with Leon and Ryan?
I think he's been playing really well. Playing quick. He's had great opportunities, scoring chances. I'm just thinking about last game, some little subtle plays about protecting the puck. Defensively, really reliable, and on the penalty kill, him and McLeod have been pretty much our third pair, but they've been really good. And there's been games when we've had an injury or somebody's in the penalty box and we bumped them up to, all right, you guys go start it. They've performed very well. So, yeah, there's a lot of things. I think McLeod and Fogel, they go hand in hand. If one's playing well, the other one usually is, and one's playing bad, the other one, just because they rely on each other so much, just because they're pretty much a pair wherever they are, whoever their extra third line mate is. But as back to Warren, I think he's playing really good hockey.
When he's playing well offensively, what is he doing well?
Moving his feet, taking the puck to the net. Winning those battles along the wall. I think Hyman's the best of that. Warren Fogel's pretty good also. But then once he gets possession of that puck in the offensive zone, just being able to have those quick attacks, that's what I really think separates him from other players.
What's your rationale playing the fourth line center?
That's good.